So it's recently dawned upon me that my Philosophy Bro viewers are feeling a little bit neglected. You need more big words. I got you. Today I'll be sharing my thoughts on the Kalam cosmological argument for God. Now, if you're interested in philosophy, you've probably heard of this argument before and you either love it or hate it. You can also probably guess where my thoughts lie on this topic. The argument is super simple. There's two premises and one conclusion. 1, whatever begins to exist has a cause. 2, the universe began to exist. 3, therefore the universe has a cause. Yeah, seems pretty simple and irrefutable, right? Wrong. A lot to refute here. First off is the huge problem that underlies the foundation of this claim. Cause and effect, one of the tenets of logic. Principles of logic, like cause and effect, are tools that we use to construe physical reality. Reality as in within the universe. We know that with the creation of the universe also came the creation of time. And the principle of cause and effect only works if there is time. So, to say that the universe definitely had a cause is to cast the net of logic too wide, beyond its domain, and to apply temporal logic where there is no time. Begin is a temporal concept. Cause is a temporal relation. Now, this gets us into a deeper conversation about logic and its nature. A rationalist would contend my point by saying that logic is metaphysically necessary. It predates time or space or anything physical. So even when it doesn't make any sense, logic still exists. We've got to register what that really means. We're saying that because logic is metaphysically necessary, there can be a temporal relation without time. There was a causal relationship outside time where causal relationships cannot exist. P and also not P. This is a direct violation of the law of non-contradiction, one of the fundamental laws of logic. Did I eat that? I did. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's get to my final contention with this argument. Another issue I have with Kalam's argument is its broad definition for God, or maybe its lack thereof. At best, this is an argument for a first cause, an unmoved mover, but how do we know that this first cause is an agential, personal being that creates these moral statutes for human beings? I mean, we don't. This argument can't give us grounds to make claims on what type of God this is. We don't know if this first cause is the Muslim God or the Christian God or Thanos. I mean, it gives us nothing. And presuming this argument's reliance on cause and effect was logically coherent, how do we know this first cause isn't just a force, a substance, something with no opinions? Now, defenders of Kalam like William Lane Craig tried to make some type of addendum to this argument. He says that this uncaused cause must have had intentionality, because only intentionality could explain conscious agents like ourselves. But the question you have to ask here is why, when psychology and evolutionary science actually predicts why we have personhood, why we feel like agents. In evolution, we learn that personhood isn't some mystic phenomenon. It emerges gradually from biological processes, not personal ones. Personhood didn't come from nothing, it came from neurological complexity. Thousands and thousands of years of genetic mutation is the reason why we act this way and not like animals. It's the same reason why we feel like causal agents, and not the direct result of our socialization and our biology. Alright, that's all I have for today. Bye.